and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. Today I am here again with another top 5 favorite video. I know I haven't been doing these kinds of videos that much, but today I'm super excited because in today's video I will be sharing with you guys my top 5 favorite cream blushes, but it's going to be more suitable for medium, tan and dusky skin beauties. So I'm like super pumped for today's video because you guys know cream blushes is like my favorite part of doing makeup is blush, and I have a lot in my collection. So these are my top 5 picks, and let's just get right into the video. So the first blush that we have here is the Insight blush. Now this is the most affordable blush that I have in my collection, hands down, and it is in the video not because it is affordable but because of the shade and because of the amazing formulation. Now this blush, if it was not from Insight and if it was from other brand, I would pay like 600, 700, even more than that for this blush because of the formulation. It's so good, guys. But the shade Caramel Eclair is what I'm going to talk about. So this shade is going to suit dusky skin beauties, medium skins, tan skin tone very nicely. Also, I do want to say all the swatch that I did in today's video is actually on bare skin so that you guys can see what it's like true to its color, and I don't use any artificial light. All of this, it's all natural lighting. Okay, so coming to this blush, the formulation of this blush is very creamy, but it's not too creamy where it slips and slides, or it's not too glowy as well. It's somewhere right in between. It's not matte. It has the most natural finish to it. Also, the shade, I would say, is it looks a little bit dark on the pan, but once you put it on, it sheers out very nicely. It's one of the best blush I have used. It has a warm tone warm undertone to it, which actually makes my skin tone look so pretty, and it goes with any eye look that I do as well. You can totally use this on a daily basis, especially if you are someone who loves to use cream blushes, and if you're wanting to try a cream blush with a warm undertone, this can be your go-to shade. I did swatch it on my hands as well. Now all the blush shades might look a little bit similar to one another in the pan, but while swatching you can see that they are very different because all of them have different undertones to it. Now again, this is a very beautiful formulation. It also lasts for a really long time as well, which is what I like about this blush, is that it's very long lasting too. So yes, I'm really sorry if you can hear sound. Suddenly there is like a mic announcement going on, but anyway, I absolutely love these blushes and you need to check them out. If you are into cream blush and you want something super affordable, go for this, totally. So the next blush that we have today is something that is very unique, but this is a blush that I have been recommending to all my friends as well, and this is from Daughter Earth. So this is a lilac purple blush that is so pretty, and I love the formulation of this as well. Now when it came first in the market, I have been seeing purple blushes so everywhere, and a lot of the times fair skinned people are recommending it, so I decided to go for it because I really wanted to try on a purple blush, and I was super impressed with this shade. Now this shade, when you see it, you are like, okay, that's going to be a little too much, or it may not suit brown skin tone, but it totally does. This is the blush that I have on, and this is the blush that I use on a daily basis as well. Like nowadays, this is all I'm using, and I have to tell you guys that the shade is very unique. Like at first you seem, okay, this is very purple and lilac, but once you blend it out, it gives a very nice lilac and sort of a soft pink fuchsia kind of undertone. I don't know, you guys can see it on the screen. Like this is so pretty, but I do have to tell you that this blush looks good with bare skin, obviously, and it looks good with the makeup that I have on today. Like it doesn't look that flattering with peach or too much of a warm undertone. So whenever you're using this blush, just keep your makeup either very simple, minimal, or if you're looking for like a smoky eye, if you're doing like a very smoky eye look, or if you're doing any other sort of look, you can totally go for this blush as well. Again, I'm really sorry, something is happening in this neighborhood that Anyway, I was saying that this blush is very beautiful, and whenever I'm using it, like whenever I use it, I get a lot of compliments. I'm telling you guys, I do. Whenever I'm using this blush, people are like, especially my friends, they are like, what blush you have on? This looks so pretty and very unique. So I will tell you guys, if you have a lot of blushes and you're looking for a very unique sort of shade to add to your collection that is very wearable as well, then I would say go for this one. The formula of this is very good too. It's creamy, it shears out very nicely, not too much sheer but not too pigmented. It looks natural and it gives a very nice flush of color to your cheeks. So definitely something that I have been loving for months now. So the next blush that we have here is a new addition. So this is from Root Cosmetics, and this you can see here is a beautiful pink raspberry shade. Now when you look at the shade, you are like, okay, this is a little bit too much, maybe looks too pink, but I'm telling you that this is one of the most natural pink sort of blushes that I have used on my skin tone. For someone who is medium skin tone, I feel like, you know, a lot of pink blushes don't suit me that well. It looks a little bit washed out, it looks too much on my skin tone, but this one is perfect. I love the consistency of this blush too, because it's very, very creamy, I'll say that, and it shears out to the perfect finish. Like, it's, again, it's not too sheer. I don't want to recommend blushes that are too sheer, because for tan, dusky skin tone, you know, if a blush is too sheer, then it doesn't work out that well. While this formula is amazing, and just not the formula, the shade is also very pretty. It's like the prettiest pink blush, and if you're looking for a very natural everyday pink sort of blush that you can just apply with your fingers, with your brush, with a beauty blender, just very effortless, then you can totally look into this. I have tried a lot of things from Root Cosmetics and I ended up liking this product so much, and ever since I got it, I actually have been using it constantly on a daily basis. And sometimes even without makeup, when I'm going out, I like to use this with my fingers, and it just blends out beautifully, and that is why I feel like the formula is also good. The shade here is the shortcake shade, is also really good. So I would totally recommend this particular shade for dusky, tan and medium skin, because this is going to look just beautiful on us. So the next product we have here is from Plum, and this is the lip and cheek tint. So this is, again, it's not like a tint, but it's a cream blush. Now when you look at it in the pan, you're going to be like, oh my god, that's too deep, or that's not going to look good on me because it looks gray. Yes, it does. Even on swatch, it looks very, very deep, and it does have a deep sort of undertone to it. It has a very neutral sort of undertone, but the best way to apply this blush is just tap, tap, tap with your brush, and it blends out beautifully into the most natural finish. Like, this gives such a beautiful natural finish. I'm just obsessed with it. It has a nice mauve tone to it, but it also has a little bit of that pink undertone. Like, it's good, okay? Like, again, the shade is going to suit a lot of dark skin, and that is why I'm recommending you guys this one. Whenever I feel like, okay, I don't know what to do with my smoky eye, what shade to use with my smoky eye, I want a deep sort of blush, I always grab this one. Although again, it looks a little bit too much on the pan, it's beautiful on the skin, blends out into a dream. And another thing I do want to add is that with this blush, when you use it like an eyeshadow, oh my god, it gives the most amazing natural transition shade, and it's going to look so good. So if you want one, blush that you can apply, and you can just apply it on your lids as well like a transition shade, then I think you should definitely go for this. And if you love mauve blushes, then this can be your go-to as well. So the last blush recommendation I have here is something that's very unique. Again, the formulation is very unique. This one formulation is very unique, but nobody talks about it, and I don't know why. This is from NYB, and it's the Mousse Blush. Now when it was first launched, I was like, what's a Mousse Blush? Let's try. So I was super impressed. I was like, okay, first of all, it doesn't look that great. I'll give it that. It doesn't look that flattering, but it's the most amazing formulation of blush that I have used. Now the formulation, I don't know how to describe it, but it's very velvet like. Yeah, it's a mousse, but when you put it or blend it on the skin, it almost looks like a blotted lip color. You know, whenever you're using like blotted, like Korean, those Korean type of lip tints which are very velvety, very, the texture is kind of like very airy and very lightweight, just gives a very natural sort of, you know, color to your lips. That is the exact formula here used, and I just don't know why people don't talk about these blushes, but I do love it so much. The only problem that I have here is with the application, because the texture is a little bit hard to pick up with a brush, but once you get the hang of it, let me just tell you, if you want to look like somebody just pinched your cheeks, or if you want to look like, oh my god, she's naturally blushing, or you know, that kind of a vibe, you can totally go for this one, because it's that good, like it's that natural. Out of everything that I have talked about today, this is the most natural blush that I have in my collection, and I just wanted to obviously mention this. The shade that I have today is something Rosewood, I think. Yeah, it's 01 Rosewood Romance. This shade is beautiful on medium to tan skin tone, and if you're looking for a very nice blotted kind of natural flush of color to the cheeks, you can totally go for this. Every time I wear it, I feel like, okay, I'm naturally blushing. So anyway, that was my top recommendations for blushes, cream blushes for dusky skin. And if you are someone who's new to my channel, thank you for joining in. I hope you liked the video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and what is your favorite cream blush at the moment, and I will try to check it out. Thank you so much for joining in today. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.